a vlog. Well, not just today. For a few days, actually. What am I doing? We're heading into London to somehow. We're going into the old friend of mine in the housewarming. Also decided to stick around in London for a few days to sort of see how people live it, because I did used to live there. So, let's see. First question from Void Incarnate. The Discord channel asking why I picked up Dragalia in the first place. I think I first discovered it when I saw the old advertisement for it in the subway in Hong Kong, funny enough. I think Hong Kong was actually one of the launch territories for Dragalia, and I thought, hey, Nintendo mobile game, why not? So I think that's why I checked it out. To be fair, I'm not entirely sure myself. I think it's mostly the gameplay that makes me stick around. And I think part of it is also sort of like a sense of obligation, responsibility, that kind of stuff when it comes to making fight guides, because I think, as time's gone by, the creators have left the space. I feel like other people are relying on me for fight guides, that kind of stuff. I do see every now and again on main core as well, like when new fights do get released. I remember when I was delaying the release of the Iblis guide, working on the Legend Twins guide. Did search around on main core every now and again and see comments like, I'm just gonna wait for Zeto to release the guide, and I'm just like, oh geez, people are waiting. So yeah, I think there's that. Second question from 380 also on Discord is, do I like cheese? So what is my favourite? I do. I'm actually fortunate enough to, despite being ethnically East Asian, I'm not lactose intolerant, which is apparently a really common thing.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
Got my favourite cheese. Cream cheese.
We'll be calling at Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
Quit is asking, who's my favourite waifu and why is it Chelsea from Dragalia last? I think if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Seimei, maybe? How old is this give or take? Pasta or pizza? If it's a party food, pizza. Pasta's also good. Pasta's more of a cooking for myself kind of. Question 3, have I ever eaten a Quince? I'm not entirely sure, I don't think so. I also know it's the origin of your name. Just quick as German for Quince. What's the worst anime you've ever seen? I think there was this anime that was about like these transforming jet plane dolls. Like, I thought the premise, first of all, actually sounded okay, but I don't think I could get past the first episode because it seems like every single female character was written as a damsel in distress, or like they just played so heavily on the tropes that there really wasn't any sort of creativity behind it, so I just dropped it immediately. Astro Galaxy asks from Discord as well. Asks, which is your favourite dragon and why is it Kazuzi from Dragalia lost? What is it? These loaded questions. Or is it leading questions? But, favourite dragon? Definitely not Styx. But, I don't really... Like, if it's design-wise, I think Garland, or actually, no, Ariel's pretty cool. I don't know what that says about my preferences. Don't know if she even counts as a dragon, to be fair. What's my favourite game? If I weren't playing Dragalia, I'd probably be playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Which is something that I played a lot before Dragalia was released. I was actually pretty involved when it came to Final Fantasy 14. I don't think I did tackle endgame raiding every once in a while, but I was more of a hunt community kind of person. Rainbow on Discord asks, what's it like being the Xenox Xillia? Truthful answer is, I have no idea. It seems like whenever I go to sleep, I sort of black out, and Xenox Xillia activates as my alter ego. So yeah, to be fair, it's a mystery to me as well as to you. I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen me and Xenox Xillia in the same place?
My excuses for not liking this.
I think it's not cheating when A. You're drunk and vulnerable. B. It's strictly dry humping. C. You're married and unhappy.
See.
It's too real, man.
Jesus fucking Christ. I think it's...
What are we eating?
This is pizza. There's chicken. Everyone's favourite topping.
Oh my god.
And pineapple. On the same pizza.
It was a pretty nasty place, but he was happy because ogres like nasty.
Jesus Christ.
But not for you.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your jam on. You're paid. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your jam on. Get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
So we just finished the games night that was arranged at my friend's place for housewarming. I didn't get too much of them in it, to be fair, because my friends aren't really in the content creator space, so it's kind of weird to sort of focus too much on them. I'm going to be meeting them for lunch tomorrow. I think a small subset of the group that was at the games night today. I'm going to be in London for a few days. I'll try and show some interesting things. We're meeting for lunch tomorrow, so we're going to transition straight to the next thing. Well, we're going to go meet some friends in Tottenham Court Road for lunch. It absolutely makes me cringe to talk to a camera in public, but here we are. I think that is the essence of the vlog. But yeah, I'll catch you there. Okay, well, may as well take advantage of this and look like a massive tourist, but we're off to have ramen together, I guess. I don't know if you can hear me, that's the thing. Like, the one disadvantage I've noticed recording with this thing is that the mic doesn't pick up very well.
Maybe you should get like a mic.
I might actually have to get a separate mic for this. But it doesn't hear all. Like, it's really nice because you get steady shots and stuff.
It's cool. Yeah. That's what London's about, right?
Can't escape it, really. Nope. We're losing. We're falling behind. Basically means that I can move it myself.
And it will... Oh, that's cool.
And it does all the stabilizing.
So when do we
That's
tell your
pretty
views you're
dumb.
communist?
What the fuck? What goodies on the side?
There you go.
Another one.
The hell.
Oh, Christ. Man.
So, Will, tell me what song you have been listening to.
Oh, I've been listening to Smash Mouth All Stars. Coming out on Saatchi's new cover album.
What? I am not doing that.
It's just 10 covers of Smash Mouth All Stars.
Oh, God.
Listen to Flawed by Saatchi.
Okay, so
me to be coy, but honey, I don't mind if I think about you all the time. I can't believe you're mine. You are the kind of guy that I would flaunt. Stay on my arm, you're disarmingly charming me. You are the guy that all the others want. It's in your smile when you're stylishly riling me up. You are.
You recording me?
Maybe.
Hey, fuck you!
Was this on 4 yet?
Oh, look at that.
I feel like I'm gonna drop this.
No.
Although the condensed milk does make it look a bit sus. How do I do this? This is really messy to eat.
I like how the centre of us is just this pile of. It's a ritual.
I just like pressing.
Well, my waffles. Yeah, so that was today. We went to a ramen place, we got dessert. I also went to look at Samsung and Apple phones. I'm tempted to get a new phone, so
I don't know, either way, I don't really use a phone for content creation anymore, except for the fact that I'm using a phone to record this vlog. So who knows, maybe if this vlog does well, I might consider getting a new phone for vlog recording. The plans for tomorrow, I think I'm going to head to Covent Garden. Gonna do some shopping there, maybe get some new shoes, get other stuff. But I think I actually want to head to Covent Garden markets as well, because apparently there's some neat kooky stuff to check out, so we'll do that. But yeah, so this is day 2 of the trip, I guess. So we may as well cover some more of the Q&A stuff as well. So for now I'm going to cover some of the questions that we've had on the YouTube side of things. Let's see. There's actually 2 questions that are fairly similar, right? I think I'd answer them in the same way. So Joey S and Big Sandpaper have basically asked me, like, you know, why don't you do other games on the channel, right? And my answer to that is I kind of did, right? I did do Genshin Impact content for, I want to say, like, somewhere in the realms of about 3 to 5 months. In fact, one of the most watched videos on this channel is a Genshin Impact video, right? There's the Friendship EXP guide. That's like 3 or 4 minutes long. It's probably nearing 200,000 views at this point. It counts for like almost 25% of views on the channel, right? And it only took me a few hours to put together, so, you know, just because you put a lot of effort into a video doesn't automatically make it good. You know, effort has to be in the right place to also be effective. Aimless effort, pointless effort, ineffective, basically. Anyway, other questions are, who is your first DL unit? The first 5-star I pulled on DL, I think, was Hildegard. And actually, to be fair, I didn't even know that pulling Hildegard first would have actually been good. I was a gacha newbie then. The term of re-rolling wasn't even a concept to me at the time. Even though, like, DL was not my first gacha. Before DL, I'd played Fire Emblem Heroes for, well, to be fair, like a few days, maybe a week, right? I actually like the other Fire Emblem games, but Fire Emblem Heroes, I think, watered it down a bit too much for my liking, so it didn't really feel like a Fire Emblem experience to me, which is why I dropped it pretty soon. And the second gacha game that I played that I remember was Disney's Tsum Tsum game, which is like a puzzle game. It's pretty fun, but it's pretty bad in terms of requiring dupes of units to get to full power. It was pretty substantial. Like, you'd need to pull the same unit, like, I think 10, possibly 20 times. I don't remember anymore because it's been years since I played, but there was that. I think the real answer to, like, why, like, I dropped Genshin because I stopped having fun playing the game, right? And that really extends into the fact that, you know, I haven't tried other games because I don't think any other game has really interested me as much as Dragalia Lost has, right? Like, Genshin, I think, was fun, but the content cycle and the lack of generosity from the developers kind of really strangled any of the enjoyment I would have gotten out of the game. It's like, the problem that I have with Genshin is that after a certain point, progression is essentially artifact grinding, right? And you can actually sink in, you know, your whole day's worth of resin, maybe refreshes if you're particularly desperate, and you can potentially get almost nothing out of it. Like, if the artifacts you're farming for roll the wrong substats, roll the wrong main stats, you can have nothing to show for, like, a day's worth of work except for, I don't know, 50 primo gems from your dailies, which is not even a pull. So it felt bad to play that game. Like, your path to that point was fun, because, you know, Genshin as an experience, like the opening levels, exploring the world, playing the story for the first time, pretty fun. But the wait time between updates, the lack of rewards, and, like, the potential for RNG to completely stifle your progress sort of choked that off for me, so that's why I don't really play Genshin anymore. And, like, the reason why I haven't really expanded into any other games is because I haven't really been interested in any other games to the degree that I'm interested in Dragalia Lost. I might try out other things once in a while, but unless they grip me in the same way, I think I'm pretty happy just making Dragalia content. And to be fair, like my current pacing with the making unit videos on only units that I pull, and then the fight guides, I think it's enough for me, really, in terms of like how much spare time I can allocate to content creation. That, I think, is plenty, you know, alongside the streams that I do every other week. We got JC101 asking a couple of questions. Personal question, what my favourite food is. I believe I did answer this in another Q&A, but for a repeat, probably say kimchi jjigae, a Korean pork belly stew. I don't know if it has to be pork belly, but Korean stew, spelt, well, obviously the word kimchi, and then jjigae is double J-I-G-A-E, to my belief. Who knows, I may have screwed that. And the DR-related question from JC101 is who my current white whale unit is. I'd probably say Hunter Vanessa and Hunter Cerise. The one I want the most out of them, though, is Hunter Vanessa, right? Because Hunter Cerise, her whole unique shtick was her 4-strike, and then they went and gave every bow the same 4-strike, so she kind of lost her unique thing. I mean, she still has the whole, I guess, higher power 4-strikes. Her 4-strikes probably hit harder than standard bows, but can't test it, and I'm not going to check the wiki. I'm not going to fact check the wiki in the middle of recording a vlog. And she's got the 4-strike buff as well, right? Actually, the other question after who my first DL unit was who's my favourite? In terms of characterization and sort of theme, I'd probably say Chitose is my favourite. My favourite unit to use? I'm actually not sure. Let me think for a second. Probably, I think Galaranics and the gauge mechanic, pretty fun. I don't know. And then last one on the YouTube side of questions is what my favourite weapon type to play as is. I think I have the most fun, I would say sword. Because like it's got a mix of mobility with its 4-strikes, but it's relatively fast as well, right? Because the optimal combo for a lot of swords is 2 or 3 standard hits and then 4-strike. So that gives you a mix of mobility and it gives you a mix of aggression as well, because everything's fast. And then the 4-strike, you can easily cancel that with a roll if you do need more mobility, that kind of stuff. My least favourite weapon type to play as, I don't know if this counts, but Galanot's small form. I'm not a fan of the fact that it just dashes in and then it's completely stationary. Like, it lasts for as long as you tap, right? But just the fact that you're completely stationary doesn't feel terribly exciting to play. I don't know. I guess it's a similar thing to rapid fire mana casters, but at least with rapid fire mana casters, when you're holding down your 4-strike, you have a bit of mobility and you can work your way around mechanics. Whereas with small knot, it's just like, there's no thinking involved when it comes to avoiding mechanics. It's just, oh, if there's a red, you dodge. Whereas with like rapid fire mana casters, there's some degree of like flexibility in how aggressive you want to be in terms of, you know, barely evading telegraphs, that kind of thing. Yeah, that kind of thing. And Galanot doesn't really offer that when she's small. So I think it's pretty boring. Yeah, I think that's about it in terms of the YouTube Q&A stuff. I will leave the final ones. I think the last ones are Twitter. Yeah, I think the last sets of questions are from Twitter, and I'll cover those probably on my return trip back. But yeah. Well, I guess that's the... I guess we're nearing the end of the vlog here. This is... I guess final day. I'm actually home already. I don't know if you guys recognize the prints above me. You can see these in the back of the stream, but yeah, these are 2 Color Breeze prints. I think this one was the big... I think it was for an AAPI charity event, and this one was Caitlin Bairstow's voiced characters, so Terrarium Girls. So we've got Botan, I think that's Otoha, Linnea, Yachio, all under there.
and then your standard weed print. But let's ignore that. Anyway, back to the vlog. Yeah, so I'm home now. I don't think I took much footage on the way back because it's largely similar to the footage you would have seen at the start of the vlog, because going through the same train station. But we do have a couple more questions come in, one of which was my favourite game series of all time, which honestly is a pretty tough question to answer, because I don't know, I don't think I've ever had anything come through that like I thought I enjoyed a lot that was particularly outstanding, but I think one of my favourite kinds of genre to sort of just turn off my brain to is like the colony sim genre, story generator kind of thing. So RimWorld on PC is actually one of my favourites. If we were to go with RPGs, I'd probably say I think Final Fantasy X is probably my favourite RPG. Maybe not particularly for its astounding gameplay, but just mainly the fact that I think it was one of the first RPGs that I played through to completion. I think I can leave it at that for now. And the question was also what got me to mobile gaming. I have a vague memory of answering that before, but yeah, I started with Fire Emblem Heroes as my first gacha. And then there was the Tsum Tsum game by Disney or Line, what have you. But I also used to play a bunch of different puzzle games as well, actually. I used to play a lot of puzzle games on my mobile. Think your standard Candy Crush thing, your related Match 3 spin-offs, that kind of stuff. I think I also tried Pokemon Cafe Mix on a YouTube stream a couple of years back, which was okay. You know? I don't know if Pokemon Unite counts as a mobile game, but technically I played it on Switch. It's out on mobile now, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah, decent mobile games all around. But to be fair, yeah, the only mobile game I spend any particularly large amount of time on at the moment is Dragalia Lost. And then another question regarding whether or not the Seimei, Megaman and Manacaster coabilities stack. I believe they do. If Crom's HP and defense mixed coability is any indicator, since it also stacks with other defense and HP coabilities. If that's an indicator, then you can probably assume Seimei and Leonidas or Megaman and Leonidas would stack. But the real question is why you'd be using those, because I don't think Gauge Accelerator is a particularly worthwhile coability to start stacking, because like yes, you're going to hit break faster, but the whole point of hitting break is so you can do big damage. But if you're neutering your damage to get to break faster, maybe not the best. Put a blade in instead, I don't know. And the final question from Renegade Zero about what makes games fun for me. I think one of the games I had the most fun really pushing before was Final Fantasy XIV. That game I generally found a lot of enjoyment from just self-improvement, pushing out more DPS, that kind of thing. So part of that was the gear progression, but a lot of that was also just, you know, seeing how aggressive and how greedy you could be to push for more damage before, you know, inevitably you push a bit too far and it might bite you in the ass, right? In Dragalia? Less Dragalia for now, but in RimWorld, another game I mentioned before, I'm not the same. Like in RimWorld, I don't try and min-max. RimWorld, I kind of just have fun setting things in motion, setting up little bases, building that kind of thing. And so I think, you know, with those two kinds of games with such wildly different ways that I enjoy them, it's really just a case of, I guess, setting my own goals and just achieving them, right? And I guess that's just how life goes as well, huh? There's a little bit extra to this question, asking like whether or not I've ever thought about just not playing games entirely, and I'm not sure. I've never really had that like huge thought, but you know, maybe it'll happen someday. Maybe one day I won't really find as much enjoyment from, you know, well, games are really just, here's a predetermined set of rules, here's a system, do as well as you can within it, right? No. I don't think I'll ever quit anytime soon, but what would I do instead? play music maybe. I mean, yeah, I think it'd be best if I did pick up some hobby that wasn't gaming eventually, because, you know, the skills you pick up with gaming aren't really demonstrable, or I guess you have to kind of abstract them a little bit in order to actually demonstrate the skills you pick up elsewhere. Either way, I think that's the end of the vlog. I have no idea how this is going to shake out in terms of editing, because I feel like I don't have enough B-roll to fill out the whole vlog, so I don't know if you're going to see a bunch of my face and me doing selfie stuff, or I might change to have some B-roll play over the narration, that kind of thing. But we'll see how this goes. Recording a vlog for the first time has really taught me like how self-conscious I am when it comes to talking into a phone with no one around me, so hopefully one day I'm less self-conscious in public. Because yeah, I suppose like when I was wandering around in public, with a selfie stick, mind you, basically, I'm not gonna talk into the camera, and to be fair, I don't think it would pick it up very well as well. I think I probably need to get a separate mic to record voice if I want that to work. But yeah, till next time guys, hopefully you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you want more, like and subscribe. I can't even say that much. I hardly ever show my own content, but how about I show someone else's content? Color Brews and her prints. Yeah. Check her out on Twitch and Twitter. This I got from Asakasa in like 2015? 2014? It's actually Japanese. It's not just some random thing I ordered from overseas. I bought that in person when I was there a few years ago. Yeah, we also saw one of my friends who's a musician. I might pop her link in the description if you guys want to check that out as well. But yeah, till next time guys, stay safe, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.